this is one of those shows where, the cast really love each other, and that's weird, and the writers and the producers and the directors all hang out and go to dinner and talk on the phone, and that's been my favorite part of being on this show. I don't know, it's like, everyone says, they ask me, why do you think this show is such a big success? And, I think it has to do with everyone's infected, like real life, kind of. And these are your 2 feet on the ground, and everything you say is important, everything you do is important, and who do you want to be? Who would you be in this sort of situation? So I think that's the glue that keeps people watching.
As a woman, I just find it really empowering. I've never had a job this cool before where I'm able to really explore my heart and be part of great storytelling, and then turn around and kill zombies in the most vicious way. It's just, when do you get to do this? And there are always such creative ways, whether it's with a screwdriver or a machete or a knife or clobbering them or a rock. So it's really fun to be beating up the monsters.
The best part is honestly showing up on set and not having to act, because the world that they create is so realistic that you just you show up and scream as you would really scream.
Of course. What would be the worst part then?
Exactly that as well. Yeah, it's disgusting. The show is disgusting. It's crazy. Greg Nicotero and his group are the stuff that they come up with, you're just like, what is wrong with you guys? This is ridiculous. But it's cool. But the heat is not fun.
How would you kill a zombie? What's the best way to kill a zombie?
I've killed 157 zombies so far. So do you want to know the best way?
Yes.
Well, my Colt Python is very effective, but we've been using, I don't know, burning. We haven't burnt enough zombies, in my opinion. We had the barn burning, but maybe a flamethrower?
The entire, genesis of The Walking Dead was everything I love about zombie movies, but I hated the way they ended. So I wanted to do the zombie movie that never ended, and a lot of that love comes from George Romero's zombie films. I also just think that the zombie genre never really got its due. I think that they're really heartfelt, dramatic, movies that deal with humanity in really interesting ways, and I think that there's a lot of story potential in those, in that genre.
The thing for me is that the reason why I hate Robert Kirkman is because he creates these amazing characters that I get so attached to and so in love with, and they're part of my family, and I look forward to reading them every month, and then he kills them in the most awful and disgusting ways possible. But I have to keep reading and I have to keep watching. And for that reason, I hate Robert Kirkman.
I would have to agree.
Thanks. What? Okay.
When you do a movie where, 10 weeks, 12 weeks, 14 weeks, we're getting into our 4th year together. So we're all best friends. I mean, that's the great part of the show. There's so many great things about the show.
So the zombies don't really affect...
Well, the zombies affect me because my first job in 1984 was Day of the Dead with George Romero. So in almost 30 years, what I love is that the art form that we've fine-tuned in terms of special effects, makeup, and creature effects is still forefront in this kind of movie making. We did Hitchcock, we have Oz coming out. I love that we're influencing younger filmmakers. I had a conversation with a woman today who's a writer named Barbara Marshall, and she wrote a screenplay called Pest. It's a really good script, and we were talking about it, and she said, I watched an episode of The Walking Dead, and it gave me the idea for this movie. So the fact that not only is it inspiring younger people that want to become filmmakers and write and direct and do zombie makeups, but even people that are in the industry find it compelling. And to me, that's a fantastic opportunity to sort of give back and do the way I was when I was a kid. When I was a kid, I loved Jaws and I loved Dawn of the Dead and Planet of the Apes and The Exorcist. So it was great.